and welcome to Tim Conley Drums. Today I want to talk about the algorithm and how it affects us as content creators. Now, this is a generic video. This has nothing to do with music or drumming. This is for all content creators. The algorithm is a funny thing. Sometimes you hit the jackpot with the algorithm, and other times it's a total failure and a flop. So what is the algorithm, for those of you that don't know? Basically, when you upload a video to YouTube, you put in keywords, you put in a title, you do a thumbnail, you put a description in. The algorithm, once the video is completed, it's uploading, looks at all those things, and it figures out who is your prime viewer. Who is the person that really wants to see this video? Now, obviously, subscribers, no doubt, but most of us don't have a ton of subscribers, especially the small YouTubers such as myself. I'm coming up on 7,900, and I'm really happy with that number. I'm only 7 away from 7,900, so please subscribe and get me over the 7,900 hump, and then I'm working my way towards 8,000. So anyways, when you get your video uploaded, what happens is the algorithm picks it up and it decides, who am I going to send this to? So it puts it out to the subscribers, but then it puts it out to the viewer that they think might be interested in it. So they put it out, and then it's up to the viewer to click on it, whether it be a flashy thumbnail, a flashy title, whatever. Sometimes people click on stuff for the strangest reasons. I mean, we all sort of go through YouTube and look at various videos because of either the thumbnail or the title. Those are the two most important things to get your video viewed: thumbnail and title. Now, obviously, the content, once you're in, is the absolute most important thing, because you just don't want people to come in and go, oh, this is boring, or this sucks, or whatever. You want people to continue to watch the entirety of your video. Now, I know we all hate ads. We all skip through them. But the truth be told, nobody on YouTube gets paid without those ads. So for us content creators, as much as we don't like the ads either, they are an essential part of our survival. Now, I've talked about this before, that when you're a musician or an artist of any kind, you have many, many different streams of income. You sell merchandise, you do performances, you play on people's recordings, you do YouTube, like what I'm doing right now. You promote yourself and you attempt to make income. Teaching is another big one. So you promote yourself and you try to get income through various means. One of the means that I use is selling my Tim Conley Drums and Connolly Outdoors for my other camping channel. And also, of course, the YouTube videos themselves. That's a source of income as well. And that algorithm is what decides if you're going to get paid that month or not. So that algorithm is actually really important, and you have to pay attention to what your audience wants to see. Now, I know that I do a variety of things on my channel. Almost all of the time it's related to music and or drumming. So, I got drum lessons. I've got reviews of various things like, snare drums, drum kits, drum sticks, drum pedals, drum heads, you name it, tons of reviews. I do reaction videos to various drummers. I do commentary where I just talk about general things. I do top 10s, top 20s, top 40s, that sort of thing. And the most recent thing that sort of my channel's kind of taken off with is my storytelling, where I tell about things that I've done as a musician, gigs that I've, strange things that have happened to me at gigs that I've been to. And that seems to have done really well. And I know you guys really enjoy the stories, and I got a few coming up. But today I just thought I would get on here and talk about the algorithm and what it exactly means to us as content creators. Now, sometimes the algorithm treats us really badly. You could put hours and hours into a video, days and days of editing, a long time with your description and your title, and you might spend an hour, 2 hours working on your thumbnail. So you've put a lot of time and effort into this video, and the algorithm just says, yeah, we don't like it. And they do not pick it up and throw it out to the public for people to see, or only a few people see it. You know, some people see it, but not a lot. The goal is to get your audience, or any audience for that matter, to view your video. But the algorithm likes to figure out who would be interested in this video, which I understand. If you're you're a money channel, well, your video is gonna go out to people that are interested in money and how they can make it and all that sort of thing. So I get it. I'm a drumming channel, so it's gonna go out to drummers and musicians alike, not just drummers. Because of my storytelling and my commentary, quite often my channel is getting viewed by people who are musicians and non-musicians. Sometimes non-musicians just enjoy seeing and hearing what drummers think and what drummers have to say and what musicians in general have to say on their channel, you know, because my channel is for everybody, essentially, musician or not. Anybody can be interested in what I have to say, because a lot of times it's not necessarily specifically a drum lesson, even though lately I've gotten back to that a little bit, but sometimes it's just general knowledge information about different things, you know. So when it comes to the algorithm, you do have to try and sort of make the algorithm happy by putting stuff out that is content related. I'm not suddenly going to put out some video that has nothing to do with drumming or music, even though I have. I have done videos where they had nothing to do with drumming and music, but generally speaking, my viewers are ones that are interested in drumming and music, so that's what the algorithm pays attention to based on my niche. Now, like I said, sometimes that algorithm can be really brutal. You put so much time and effort into it and nothing. Then other times you barely put any effort into it. You just get up in front of the camera, you ramble, you barely do a thumbnail, you put a quick little title in, quick little description, and boom, you get 25,000 views, which is really, really good for me because I really don't get a heck of a lot of views. But 25,000 is an incredibly successful video for me. It's amazing when I see people getting over 1 million views. So there was this one guy that I watch, and Life of Brian, he's called, and he has this channel where he just kind of complains about things and how he dislikes people and how he avoids people, and he gives you tips and everything, how to avoid people and how to stay away from people. And it's kind of funny, but kind of sad at the same time. But anyways, I think it was his third video, only his third video. I have like close to 700, I think. I have 675 or something like that videos. None of them have gone viral. I've had 1 or 2, maybe 3 that have done really, really well, but none of them viral. Well, Brian puts out video number 3 entitled, "I'm 51 years old. I avoid people. Here's why," or "here's how," something like that. I can't remember the exact title. And the guy goes viral. He gets 1.3 million views in just a few days or something, with something as ridiculous as, "I want to avoid people. Here's how I do it." It just blew my mind that a video about avoiding people, just because you're 51, you could be 81. The age is immaterial in terms of avoiding people, but it's a how-to guide how to avoid people. Now, I really didn't understand that video, but the algorithm picked it up. People were interested in watching it, and it went crazy. So good for him. Good for him. Now, for me, I just haven't had that kind of luck with the algorithm picking up my stuff. I've had a few videos over, I think I have one video over 100,000 or over 200,000 or close to 200,000. I got a couple videos around 40,000. I've got a couple videos in the 30,000 range. And then it just goes down from there, of course, down to videos that only have, 100 views. So it's hit and miss with that algorithm. Now, if you're a content creator, I'm very interested to hear what your experience has been with the algorithm. You know, like it's such a difficult thing to assess. You just don't know what that algorithm is going to do with your video. Like I said, time and effort put in, algorithm doesn't like it. Zero effort put in, algorithm picks it up. It doesn't make any sense. It just seems to me like you've got to put out a video that the algorithm likes enough to put out to loads and loads of people. And when I say loads of people, I'm talking hundreds of thousands, maybe even into the millions, because obviously, you know, you get a video that gets 1 million impressions. The algorithm calls them impressions. Impressions means that it's been placed on somebody's feed. You know how you have a video and then along the side there's all these different videos? Well, they put it out, and you might get, if you're really lucky, your video does well and the algorithm picks it up, you get 1 million impressions. Well, if you get 5% of 1 million people clicking on your video, that's a heck of a lot of views. And that's what you're aiming for. So you want to get a high number of impressions sent out so that people at least see your video and have an opportunity to potentially click on it. Now, when your video does well, and you've got a decent thumbnail and a decent title, because that's the first thing, that's the main reason why people click, then you've got to have good, interesting content. That's the next step. Otherwise, they're just going to leave, and you don't get you get a click, but you want people to watch, because you want the watch time hours. That generates income. So speaking of watch time, I want to thank a few viewers. I've got a small list here. I don't have it memorized, so I'm going to have to read it. But these are some viewers that have commented on my channel lately, and I just want to acknowledge them because they've been really fantastic comments. Generally speaking, my audience that I have built are pretty loyal. It's a lot of the same people watching my videos, the subscribers, and I really appreciate those people. And I appreciate the great comments that I get. So I want to acknowledge a few people here. So Higgy Higgins always gives me some great comments. George Guest 397. George, I really appreciate your most recent comment. It was really fantastic, and I wanted to acknowledge you and thank you greatly. Slowfinger 2, this guy, he comments a lot, and I really appreciate it. He's very positive. He's uplifting. He always makes me have a great day with his comment. Another guy that is also very uplifting and comments a lot, and I really appreciate him, is Andrew Machado 6988. Fantastic. This guy comments a lot, and I really appreciate his input into the videos. And guys, the comments generate the algorithm. And me commenting back to you, which I try to do to every commenter, I try to comment back, it also further stimulates the algorithm. The goal is to get that algorithm moving. You've got to be friends with the algorithm and get it moving. Deport to Canada, 1944. I want to thank him a lot for his comments. Now, I have to admit that I actually know Deport to Canada, 1944. We actually went to music school together, but his input is incredible. He always gives me not only incredible comments, but some incredible stories. Now, I would love to get him and interview him. We did talk about it, but it never materialized. But this is a guy that has toured and done a lot of the same things that I've done, and he's got some amazing stories. I wish that he would even start up a channel. He unfortunately doesn't play drums anymore, but he can speak, and I'm sure that you know, the guy is a great storyteller as well, and I would enjoy it if he actually started up a channel. So just an idea for you. And last but not least, Truth Seeker 4841, another person that comments on my channel, and I really appreciate it. So to those people, there's many more. Those are just recent, from my recent videos. For those of you that maybe haven't commented for a while, but you commented in the past and gave me some encouragement and uplifted me, it means a lot, and it stimulates the algorithm, like I said. And that's my goal in 2025, is to get this channel rolling. I need more subscribers. I need more views. And I'm going to try and do as much interesting comment as I can with the limited setup that I have. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I filmed this on an iPhone. I got some lights around me. I'm in my own basement. I mean, it's not high level filming here. It's not high level. I got a microphone, you know, just this kind of a little microphone here. I'm doing this on my own. It's not high production here. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't think people care about production. Look at Beat Down Brown. Beat Down Brown, now, he does higher production than me. There's no doubt about that. But really, the guy's in a room in his house. He's got his drums set up. He teaches. He talks. He basically does what I do, but he does it differently than me. He does mainly drum lessons. And Beat Down has a great channel, and it's very successful, but it's very simple. And it doesn't appear to me that there's a ton of editing involved. I don't do a ton of editing on these videos. And it's very successful. So editing, fancy production, and putting a lot of money into your channel, I don't really think it's extremely necessary for success. Now, you got to get a mic, you got to get a camera, you got to get lights, you got to get a space. I mean, it all costs money. And the other thing is that you got guys that go out and do videos where they travel around places. This has nothing to do with music or drumming, but you ever watch these travel guys? They go and they stay in a haunted house in Germany or something. I mean, imagine how much money they're putting out each video. Hotels, food, travel, time, plane fares. I mean, oh my God, those guys are really putting out the money. I'm not putting out a ton of money, but I'm investing something more valuable than money, and that's time. Anyone that does anything on YouTube at all, they're investing their time, and they do want something back. Time is valuable. You know, I really believe that time is valuable. So let's stimulate that algorithm. Help me out as much as you possibly can. It's much appreciated. And you know what? Help out other content creators too. It's certainly not about me here. I'm giving you a plea for help, but at the same time, I'm also saying get out and help other YouTubers as well. Thanks very much for watching today, and let's all stimulate that algorithm. Thanks very much for watching. As always, keep drumming. See ya.